Like I'm a mom, but at the same time, I'm balling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Same.
Then I left Nigeria. Then I got pregnant with my second child. Only God. And I've seen the difference. Like probably because other kids are not with their parents, they tend to
Mm.
listen to everything I say and everything goes fine, smooth. But mine, probably because they're in the comfort of, oh, I know this is my mom. They just tend to
Yeah.
push limits.
Mm-hmm.
Do a lot of things that you really want to lose. You want to lose it at times, and you just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep it calm, breathe in, take a deep breath, and let's assume nothing happened and let's start all over.
Hi, thank you so much for being here and for your time and presence. We appreciate it. Yes, on behalf of myself and all the people that watches.
Okay, for me, I would say good morning and thank you for inviting me. Like it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
So before we go on to all the other parts, we're just going to say a word of prayer to everyone that is on this channel. This is Faith and Motherhood, so no conversation will go on without us inviting the Lord in. All right. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this privilege to be able to come together to share. We thank you for the wisdom you've given. We thank you, Lord, for the insight as well. And we just put everything in your hands. Be glorified and your name be honored. In Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. So can we meet you? Can tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, any fun fact about you?
Okay. My name is Damilola Olaniyan. I am a fashion designer. Um, yeah, I am a mom
Okay,
of
mom of.
2 kids. Yeah, a boy and a girl. And what else? Okay, yeah. Fun fact about me. Fun fact about me. Okay, yeah. I love to shop. I love shopping. Yeah, like I love
Oh,
to browse through
okay.
the shops. Like, trust me, I love good deals. So,
Amen
if
to
you want
that.
to shop, you can contact me. Then I take you to get some good deals. Yeah. Then what else? What else? What else? Okay. Yeah. I love kids. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
sure.
really love kids. Like I love to be around children, different kids with different vibes, energy. Like they really bring out
Mhm.
the like say
Differentiate.
they bring like they bring out the child in me. Like I'm really always I'm very happy when I'm with children. Yeah.
That's great.
That's
And fun fact, or maybe a fact, not a fun fact, is that she takes children's classes of all age groups. So she wasn't joking when she said she likes she likes children.
uh,
She has her kids where she also has all that, and then she goes further to also do other cruise ships. So
yeah.
well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So for the fashion part,
Yeah.
do you have a page that you like to drop in case anybody's watching this?
Yeah,
What's your
I
IG
have a
name?
page, D underscore Olan RTW. Yeah.
Okay. Just in case you can also send it to
So
me.
thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much
much.
for the introduction and for sharing. Anyway, I'm actually eager about your more like I'm actually interested in your fun fact part.
Oh,
So
okay.
every time you like shopping, do you get something every single time or you just
Um,
see which one has deals and which one
yes,
doesn't? I'm curious.
sometimes I go to shop, like I browse through shops and see which one has the best deal, then I buy. Why sometimes I just
Yeah.
go window shopping. Yeah. So like I
Okay.
really know that okay, probably in this shop I saw something and it was a good deal. I might not get it
Yeah.
that time, but at least when next I need, I know where to go to.
Get to go
Yes.
get it.
So
Okay.
like
You're not like me.
no, I just don't go to one shop and buy what I see. Trust me. I love
No, not that part. The part of if we see a good
yeah.
deal that you wait till actually when you need it. Me,
Oh,
in my head. I feel like that deal might not exist again. So
Yeah,
most
it
times,
depends. It depends. You know, sometimes you have your scale of preference. You know the things you need at a time. Yeah. So when you go and you see a good deal for that, you buy it. Sometimes you really don't need it, but you know the
yeah,
deal is very good. I just know that when next I need it or somebody else needs it, I can actually
yeah.
direct you there. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's
I should take that cue from you.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I actually do not need it at that time, but because I see it's a good deal, babe, sometimes we hear me like, babe, I'm cutting.
Yeah. Before I used to do that. Like I buy a lot of things. But it got to a time I like, okay, no, we have to go with the rule. When you need it, you get it. When you don't need it, just leave it. Yeah, if not, you just keep piling things that, you know.
Yeah. No, it's not every time, it's just sometimes. I break that rule.
Yeah.
So that's why I said that you're very
Yeah.
diligent. Sometimes I'm
I
like,
have really learned.
since
If not, your house is filled with stuffs you don't need. You think you need them,
true,
but you know,
true.
it's just there.
And then you start doing giveaway.
Yes. Then every time you have to like give out some things and
Oh
why
my.
not just save that money?
Yeah, true. By the way, it's also a good part that we're in a country that has this cotton, right?
Yeah, but you're spending your money. You remember, every time you go to a store, there's always, you know, one plus one,
Mhm.
50%, but just
You have to do one
yes,
before you get
the
one.
money is still coming out from your pocket. So everything you buy is still your money. Yeah.
That is psychology of selling. Anyway, that's not the purpose of this video.
Yeah.
Let me move on. Oh gosh. So hi everyone, I'm Mercy. Thank you so much for being on this channel and for watching this video. If you are a first timer or if this is your first time on this channel, thank you for being here. You're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Uh, if you haven't subscribed yet. All right. So getting on to the juicy part. Do you want to take a cold water before I start serving you some? It's not hot. I'm just kidding.
To hear the hot questions.
All the ask
Yeah.
questions. That is
Yeah.
burning.
Let's see. Let's
All
see.
right.
Yeah.
So we have from question 1 to 20. So you can pick at random.
I go with the first number one. Let's see.
Okay, which is a good question to start with. How has motherhood been like for you?
Whew. Wow, that's yeah. Like I said earlier, I have two kids, two wonderful children, with different personalities. Yeah, so um, I would not say it has really been an easy journey. Yeah, but at the same time, I I learned to take each day as it comes and try to work on so many things. Like as I'm working on the kids, I'm also getting to work on myself. Yeah,
Mhm.
so the journey has not been like smooth, but it has been good. Like every day is getting better. Yeah, that's it's been challenging and at the same time it's been sweet. Yeah, because you know how kids can be. Like
Yeah, no.
at some point you are having fun with them, at the point is
There's
yeah, and
meltdown, and you're wondering
then
what
it's like okay,
happened.
this minute
We
they're
just we
just so
just
happy,
gelled.
and this minute like probably they
The
want
emotions
something
are
and
all
they're not
over.
getting it, and the whole mood
Mm-hmm.
just changes and everything is upside down. Yeah,
Explode.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's really not been so easy, but at the same time, it's been a sweet one. Yeah. Ups, downs, and yeah, but we are surviving. Yeah, we
Yeah.
are surviving.
Thanks to God. Your ears, your head and everything has not exploded alongside.
Yeah, sometimes as much as I love kids, do you know that
Oh my.
when you look at it, your own kids are the one that would test you the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Because they know you.
yes, I have been with so many kids and I've seen the difference. Like probably because other kids are not with their parents, they tend to
Mm.
listen to everything I say and everything goes fine, smooth, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
mine, probably because they're in the comfort of, oh, I know this is my mom, they just tend to
Yeah.
push limits, you know,
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of things that you really want to lose. You want to lose it at times, and you just be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna keep it calm,
Listen.
breathe in, take a deep breath, and let's assume nothing happened and let's start all over." So
Mm-hmm.
not so easy with your own kids, you know. At the
Yeah.
same time,
Yeah.
you just try to keep it slow. Like yeah,
Mm-hmm. I do
yeah.
agree.
So
There was this particular, I think it was this year. Was it this year? Anyway, yeah, it was this year actually. The start of the session for the year, the new year, academic year. And they told them that they were going to come to school, even though we weren't supposed to go that day, but everybody came that day to take
okay,
pictures for the school year. And we got there at a point. Okay, I didn't go actually, it was Obi, but he gave me like a breakdown of what happened.
okay.
So apparently almost all the kids were crying, clinging on their parents, da 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 da. At the point, and I said all the parents should
To
get
leave,
out
yeah,
of this.
they have to.
And it, according to, anyway, let me paraphrase, all the drama ceased summarily.
That's how it is. Like in my own child's school, whenever they want to take
Okay.
picture, like it's a picture day, they
Mm-hmm.
tell the parents to come earlier, drop off kids,
Yeah,
then we go to stay outside. When they
yeah,
don't see you, there's less drama. Yeah,
sure.
so after the pictures, then we come in and you see the
Mm-hmm.
yee everywhere. Yeah, but while we were not there, they were all composed. Yes,
Yeah, they behave
that's
themselves.
that's just how it is.
Yeah, it's an interesting. I don't know how that works for them, but I think it's just the way that, which in a way it's two-sided. That's what I try to remind myself
Mhm.
that in the midst of the meltdown and all of the other sides that you get to experience as a parent, it's still a privilege that you get to see all that side.
Yeah.
Like it's the level of closeness
Yes.
that births that openness, and that's where vulnerability comes. Right, like you're also teaching them that it's fine for you to show me all of yourself, right? So you're able to know what to address in time.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I just feel that part of all their whining and that is just because they find so much comfort. Like, yeah, they know you got their back, like you are
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
they,
that's
oh my, the blessing of kids.
yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
That's it. We should actually be having Parents Day. I don't know why they don't have World Parent Day.
Mm,
There's Mother's Day, there's Father's Day, but there's no
yeah,
World Parent Day. If you're watching this, let advocate for World Parent Day.
yeah, that's true.
True. We deserve all our flowers.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I also like the parts where you said that it's you take it a day at a time. So and that was, I don't know if somebody told me or was it was yeah, I don't know if somebody told me or God told me, but in between, either someone did or God told me when I started parenting, like when I gave birth to my son, that was my mantra, and that has still been my mantra: a day at a time,
Yes,
a day at a time, a day at a
it really
time.
helps because for me, initially starting, I couldn't really figure it, you know. You are going into something that I've never been there before. It came like
Mm-hmm.
strange, like, okay, what do I do? Am I doing this right? How do I go about
Mm-hmm.
this? So, you know, at some point you feel everything is just, you know, all over your head, like, okay, you
True.
can't really even figure out what is sometimes you don't even know what is wrong. You just say that everything is like jam packed. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
because you have everything all muddled up in your head. But when you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's do it like this. Let's I won't call it a timetable, but you know, just make
You
a
know.
yeah, just break down everything. Okay, what do I think I can do at this time? How do I think I can do
Mm-hmm.
better? What do I seriously? There's really no rule. It's just what works for you, you know. But just try to like
Yeah.
you take it easy. Like, okay, I can do this. Like for me and my kids, I love like we all love to take a walk. Has
Oh,
really
okay.
helped us.
Cool.
Like, yeah. So like when I see that the meltdown is becoming so much and everybody is not, you know, you can't bond. okay, should
Yeah.
we take a walk? And you're like, yeah, let's go. Then we just go out. Then they love
Nice.
nature. So like when they see trees, the animals, they
Mm-hmm.
are like all excited again, and you see that they are lighting up. Like, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, we are getting there. We are getting there. So by the time we do
Yeah.
all of that, and we are coming back home, we see that their spirit is already so high, and yeah, we are ready for
Yeah.
anything again. So that has also helped. So you just look for what works for you.
And it also helps you
Yeah,
too.
like seriously, by the time I come
Yeah.
back, I am like I'm back again, like I'm
Refresh.
recharged.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just look for what works
Mm-hmm.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, true.
yeah, so
True. True. So if you are watching this, find that thing that makes you guys tick. Especially for your child, just as I said, our children likes nature, and then uses she utilizes
yeah.
that knowledge of them that she has, which is a good thing. That yeah, their parents, you get to know what they like and what they don't, and you just get to do that. Jason, for example, if it's he likes anything. That's why you see him all clingy. I'll say, "Oh yeah, come and take it all." He likes
Oh,
Uggs.
that's nice.
Yeah, he
That
likes
is
Uggs.
nice.
He can just hug you and stay there. Especially if I'm wearing this furry, there's this furry thing like that.
Oh,
And we're rubbing his back.
that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. So just knowing what makes your child tick, yeah, that's really
Yes.
good. And the last thing I want to spotlight is you said that I'm trying to find the right word, or maybe I'll just paraphrase. You said that every time that you find that your child, as you're growing, you also are learning.
Yes.
So it's a two-way thing. So parenting summarily, if I want to take that from what
Yeah,
you
it
said,
is.
it's a two
It's really,
two-way learning
yeah,
and growing.
it's for me, it's really a two-way thing. Like,
Yeah.
while trying to parent my kids, I have really learned a lot. Like, there are so
Mm.
many things I have gained from trying to impart knowledge to them. So I see that as
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to teach them, I'm also
Yeah.
learning. Because yeah,
True.
there are so many things. Like I used to be a very shy person. I used to be like, in fact, tell me to come and face any crowd, I would just tell you straight up, no, I can't. Like, but training, especially my first child, he has really been very challenging because he's very outspoken. So like when you are telling him, then one thing I see is they mirror what they see you do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So most times
True.
I'm telling him, he has his words of affirmation. I'm courageous, I'm bold, I can do all things, and he has really accepted that. Then when it's
Yeah.
my turn to do something and I'm like, oh Nathan, I'm scared or I can't do it, then he used my words against me. Like, mommy, you told me to be bold. Mommy, you told me you can do
Yeah.
all things through Christ who strengthens you. So, mommy, why do you say you're
Mm-hmm.
scared? Then I'm like, I have to think again, like, okay, what do I do at this
So
point?
yeah.
So I'll say that, yeah, he has really given me so much courage, like, to do
Yeah.
things that on a normal day I wouldn't do. But because I'm like, okay, I've taught this person this, and he's looking up to
Mm-hmm.
me to see if mommy is actually going to do what she has told me. In that
Mm-hmm.
space, you don't let that child down. So I see,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
my strength is growing stronger and stronger by the day. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. That is so
so.
true. You don't tell them they learn more
They learn
from
more
what
from
you
what you
do, not
do
what you
than
say.
what you tell them. Yeah,
True.
yes,
True.
yes.
True.
There was
It
actually
was recently.
okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, there was actually one day I took them to a park. There, this
Yeah.
rolling. What do they call it? Um, that that height roller coaster that you have to go around.
Oh, okay. Oh,
A
okay.
normal me would not do that because I am very scared. Then we got there and my son is telling me, Mommy, let's do that. Then I'm
Oh.
like, the first thing that came to me was, no, I can't do that. I'm scared. But I
Yeah.
cannot use that word scared because I have told him
Yeah.
you can't be
That
scared
you
of
are not.
anything. So I'm like, oh, okay, do you want us to do that? Are you sure we shouldn't leave it for another time? And he's like, no, mommy, let's do it now. Then I'm like, I was just trapped. I couldn't say no. If I say no, I have to give my reasons. What are my reasons? I am scared. I cannot tell him I am scared. So I'm like, okay, let's go. Then we went on it. Then when it started, then I had to close my eye because I couldn't look. Then he was like, Mommy, are you scared? I said, No, I'm not scared. He was like, Mommy, you're closing your eye. I said, Oh, really? Then I had to open it. You get so it's been very challenging for me. So that really
It's taking you out of the shell.
like yeah, they are really looking at what you are doing That's what they are also doing. So see different
Mm-hmm.
thing you telling them do this, you not doing it, then they are still going to do what you are doing. So that one you have said, you
Yeah.
just said it to the hair. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's been a lot for me, yeah, but I see that through the process I am really learning to be a better person, and I really thank you for
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I like the fact that is challenging your words. Let me use that word in a good way.
It's very challenging.
You know,
Very.
just putting that. Oh, you said
Very,
this.
yeah.
Now let's leave it. Let's leave it out.
And you can't easily tell the kids
Yeah.
of nowadays no. Once you tell them no, you have to have a valid reason. When you don't have a valid reason, then they don't take it.
True.
So
True. True.
we are in for it.
Even us too, right? Even us too. Just telling me no as it's like why?
Yeah, but you know,
Why?
for us, while growing up, once my mom tells me, no, you can't do this, that is no. I don't get to
Oh,
like
okay.
challenge, like,
Me, I was always a question. Yeah.
even though not so much.
And I will
African
still not do it
parents,
though.
not so
But
much.
I still had
Yeah,
questions.
not so much like that. These ones now, they have audacity. Like, they are very hard. No, you need to, all the kids, like, sometimes I look at them, I'm like, probably when I have a child, maybe they just come to visit or they come to play in the house and I see the kids talk. I'm like, these kids are just, they are so bold. Like, some things they ask, some things they say, some things they do. I'm like, at this age,
Yeah.
I cannot even think of this. I cannot, the questions they ask. No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. We have to be ready.
Yeah.
We
Have to. You
have
have
to be
to.
ready.
So
Yeah.
if you're watching this and you just that I think it was a conversation this week that you can't just have a child just because you feel like having a child.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a place of preparing for that space of I'm going to have this child. I need to equip myself.
Yes.
That means surrounding yourself with the right community. If you're a person of faith, a Christian, which I would never advocate for anything other than you being solidly planted in the Word of God as a child of God, because that's the place we draw strength from. So yes, the right community, also being teachable. We've shared that they will bring out, they would they will course correct a lot of things, right? They will teach you a lot of things. So it's important that what the Lord wants to do with them in us, yeah, just the way that the Lord is also using us to teach them, He also would teach you some things. And that's the thing, the beauty of God and how we wire things. There's no one way, even our relationship with God too. There's no one way. Like it's an interaction. It's also the same with our children, it's an interaction, right? So yeah, thank you for sharing that. So now you're good to go on any roller coaster, right?
Yeah. At least I've done so many now. I would say I'm not really scared. I'm not really scared anymore. Because I know I can't use that word scared.
The blessing of having kids
Yeah, like
that will challenge
they
you.
really shaped me. Like, no, no, no. It really shaped me. Like,
Mhm. That's
yeah.
good. So, which other question would you like to go for?
Let's say four. Let's say
Okay,
four.
number four. All right. So, what is God teaching you as a wife in this season?
Hmm. What's God
Deep
teaching me
question.
as a wife in this season?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you want to take cold water?
Like, so this time, Kodota is hot tea.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. This season, I would say God is teaching me patience. Yeah, patience. Like, as a wife, there's like there's really a lot. There's really a lot to deal with. Like we've spoken about the part of being a mother. Then now the part
Mm-hmm.
of aspect of being a wife. Like, kids have theirs, husband also have
Mm-hmm.
theirs.
Yeah. There will keep
Yeah,
some things
like
up.
sometimes some things happen in the home and you're like you can't just lose it. Because on a normal day you are supposed to lose it. But you're just like, okay, let me just take a deep breath. Like, it's really teaching me to be patient. to be more to listen more,
Mm.
to be more attentive, yeah, to
Mm.
be more um how will I call it? To be more intentional. To be
Mm.
more intentional. Yeah, because as a wife, yeah, this couple thing is really sometimes it goes so sweet. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's the way it cannot just all be like every day you are happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get angry at each other and everybody like just go your way, just go your way. Like yeah, it comes like that. And I can be very, once I'm like, okay, I'm getting angry, I don't want to lose it, I just move. That's
Mm.
part of the like, yeah, patience. Like, okay, I'm not going to
Yeah.
say anything.
So you don't say what you
Yes,
don't want.
because it's really not good to talk from a place of anger. When you're angry and
True.
you utter
True.
some words, sometimes it
Yeah.
might not really be the best thing to say. So instead of saying
True.
anything, just keep
Yeah.
quiet, walk away,
Yeah.
do what makes you happy. Sometimes I can just like wear my clothes, go for a walk.
Mm.
I love taking a walk.
Mm.
Like I just take the fresh air. By the time I come back, I'm relaxed. And madam, I won't say I've forgotten what happened, but at the same time,
Mm.
I'm calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many things happen in marriage. It's not always sweet. At the same time, even
Yeah.
at that place of it being rough, you just have to find what
Yeah.
is. Yeah. And
Yeah.
sometimes, as women, as wives, we are quick to judging. Like, the men are wired. I don't know. Sometimes they are. I don't. They are wired somehow. Somehow, sometimes, like.
They are wired as men.
Yes, let's say they are wired as men. So you also have to just, it's not easy sometimes. You just see some things. I'm just saying, for me, overlooking some little things has really helped.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, okay, you're not doing it right, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure that I'm also right. But we always just feel, oh, everything we do, we are right. We know how to do it well. We know how to do it better. They are not doing.
Yeah.
Just overlook some little things. For me, I overlook.
You have to learn how to overlook
Yes, I
actually.
just like okay.
Yeah,
You
true.
overlook. You listen more. I listen a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just very careful to judge. Just don't say, oh, this is happening. You didn't do it well. This is this. I really can't. Different marriages with different.
Yeah. Also the way you phrase so for example, if you see that, oh, like maybe, so one of the things, let me make it a bit more
Yeah.
practical. It's not cherry. One of the ways for me, I like things to be okay. So I grew up in a home that a place for a
Oh, yes,
thing
to be
was a mantra I grew up with.
orderly.
Yeah, a place for a thing. My dad, I will never forget that line. My dad and my mom, a place for it, especially my dad, a place for a thing. So anytime I'm used to, even if you wake me up from my sleep or somewhere, like if you ask me, where's my
Yeah, I
phone?
can
You
tell.
is always most times in that place. Sometimes I flop and I'll be like, you that will say a place or a thing. Right? So if because I'm used to it, sometimes I'm like, babe, I don't understand why we can, like, I don't say like, oh, like you're not doing, like I say, babe, you know that you can do it this way. Like it again, the way you phrase it, especially in matters where you know that it can also be of help to them,
Yeah,
is important.
yeah.
Let me just put that
I
out
would
there.
say like yeah, communication. The way you communicate this is very important.
Yeah,
So you don't
yeah,
get it in the
true.
wrong way. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, I would say that communication part here because
Mm.
sometimes you really just want to say things how it is, as it is, like to say
Yeah,
it as it is.
that, oh, I'm
Yes,
blunt.
being blunt.
You don't have to bring that, even though you scatter every.
Sometimes it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like also
True,
that's being
true.
very appropriate, putting things. I would say my former me before being a wife, my former self. I used to be very orderly, like even to my bed, like laying my
That you know that somebody has
once
touched
I
it.
lay my bed, like once I lay my bed, I've laid it for myself, not for somebody else to come there, lie, then stand up and no, 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 no.
Thank God you said before you got
Yes, I've
married.
laid it for you to be cool, for me to come to sleep, yet. But getting into
Yep.
marriage, you've laid your bed and your husband just comes to lie.
It's no more your
And
bed,
I'm
FYI.
like, I'm like, the me want to be like, why let this bed for it to be cool so that when I come, I just lay on it and you are there. But say something like that, then it feels like, are you busy?
It's not your bed,
Are
fam.
you? Yeah, so you have to, some things you really have to let a lot of things go, just
True.
to be fine. Just to be
Mm-hmm.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, true. It also just it also helps us really because when the more we also let there are many times that the Lord would like messy. That's something you can overlook. Like in my head is very loud, like that's something you can overlook. And the in retrospect, if you think about it, every single time you choose to let go of something or you choose to do things as the Lord led you to, you realize that it's also growing you. So just where we said that with your child and yourself as a mom, right? Like it's both ways growth. It's the same way. Both way growth for you and your spouse. Eventually you see that sometimes even after you've done it, like just nudging them, not being all I'm blunt and you scatter the whole thing. Just your approach towards it can also encourage them. Like yeah, I was going to say something about a more practical example, but I shared another practical example. So for example, our bedroom door, like consequently, that's one of some things, yeah. But let me be practical. Sorry, Dave, I'm going to use that example if you're watching it. Our bedroom door. Sometimes I'm like in my head, I'm like, this steam, right? Like it's also winter, for example. It's steam, and we don't. It's not like we open the window every single time. So there is steam locked up in that place. So if you shut the door, even with the extractor, it's still in my head. It doesn't feel like it effectively gets the steam out. So the rule that we agreed on is open the door. My dear husband, no, he did it. After at a particular point, he stopped it. I'm like, I know the pass, I just see that the door is shut. And I knew that he just finished bathing. I'm like, I'll open it. At the point, I just say, baby, that you still not open. That you said not open this door. I think it was this week I was still like, in my head, I just said that. What other English am I supposed to say like this?
Sometimes it's just, yes, it's like that. It's like that. So the thing is,
Yeah.
it's a two-way thing. There are some things for him too that, like for my husband, there are some things he too doesn't like.
Mm.
For me, I would say it's vice
It
versa.
comes
Yeah,
easier and some.
some things he doesn't like to. If he's always saying it the way I'm just coming to attack, like, oh, you didn't need to do this right. Imagine it always coming like that to me. How am I going to feel about
Mhm.
it?
Yeah.
So for us now, say my husband is will I say the calmer person. Yeah, I'm always like, okay, you didn't do this right. I want it to be fixed. I want it this way. I want it that way. So sometimes I just sit and I'm like, okay, I'm always, when I say complaining, I'm always correcting. I'm always. What if he's the one doing this? Like
I want to talk on that.
if it comes the other way, am I really going to be happy
Yeah.
about that? Like, sometimes when you're in a place of correction, there's a way you can
Mm.
accept. So when you look at it, okay, I'm always correcting this person, and actually he's not even saying it. He does it like, okay, if you say so, like, I'm sure it's just for the, peace and everybody is, yeah, let's. So
Yeah.
imagine it's the other way around. I know myself, I won't like it too well because, yeah,
My hubby did a role play yesterday.
so that's why most times I'm just trying to like take
His speech said I'm doing mercy on you. At the point, I didn't even know. I just said, okay,
it.
okay,
So
sorry.
that's why it's just like for me now, I just try to take it calm, listen carefully, communicate well, not
Mm-hmm.
quick to judge, and just take it
Mm-hmm.
easy. Like, yeah, take it easy. We
Yeah.
both know how we started. We
Yeah.
know how it's going. Yeah, it cannot be
Mm-hmm.
all sweet, cannot be all rosy. At the same time,
Yeah.
it's not bad. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
just try to understand. We
Celebrate
just try to
going.
understand each other.
Yeah.
It's going well.
True.
Yeah, so it's been
True.
good.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I want to emphasize the part of celebrating the win. So, for example, if another thing that I've come to, just the way that we see our children, right? Okay, two things I want to mention. The first one is just where we with our children they do something right. and you're like, oh, that's so good, that's so good.
Yeah.
Most times we don't do that to our spouse. And that's like one of the lessons the Lord has been teaching me on complimenting, not like, oh, like just that part of, oh, you look handsome, you look great, da da da. But like you told them that, oh, like this can make my life easier, or you can do better with this, and you see that they actually
Yeah,
made
that's true. The change
they
is,
made that change,
yeah.
even if it's not perfect yet, but they did that change. The good parts with my relationship with Obi is there are times we call each other out, like, oh, like I changed it, but you didn't even notice. And then we apologize, oh, like, sorry, I didn't. And then we say, oh, like, well done. Another part is that you can always also lean into the Holy Spirit. If the Holy Spirit is seeing that place that you're intentional to hear, right, to listen to him, you also spotlight that thing. Like there are times that the Lord will say, just go downstairs and go and say well done, or just go downstairs and go and hug him and say, oh, like well done for this. Like yesterday, that was what came to my mind that I should do. And then I got outside, oh, I just came to tell you well done to hug you. And he said, for what? I said, not particular reason.
Yeah.
Well done for everything you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's important,
Yeah,
right,
that's,
to try to put that out
yeah.
there for
I'm
people to
taking that.
actually.
I'm taking that. Celebrate the little win because yeah, we just want it to be perfect and we really don't notice the little changes they have made on some things we have complained about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that too.
Yeah. And the second part I wanted to spotlight is when you said that at the point that the thin line between you wanting to, be that voice of correction also for your spouse, like in some things that they can be better. Not like picking at everything, but there are some things that can be better. Know where to draw the line. Sometimes we most times want to as women because we have children. Maybe you are now a firstborn, or maybe you have a line of people that are always listening to
Yeah.
you. There's that tendency of bringing that, and
Yeah,
when,
I get it. To
when
be
you feel like you are
boundary.
being a mom to them.
Yeah. So it doesn't sound like, oh, why you now talking like my mom? And they don't like that part. When you start
True.
sounding like you are being the mom instead of being the
Yeah.
wife. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there
Mm-hmm.
has to be a
Mm-hmm.
boundary, there has to be a line.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's good.
Sure. Thank you for sharing. Okay, this has been interesting so far. Just so you know.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
All right. So, which other question would you like to go for?
Hmm. Let's see. 1 to 20, right?
Yeah. So you have a bunch of questions to pick from.
Okay, 16.
Okay. Finally, you went to the other side
Yeah,
of
like
the
let's
of
go
the
far. Let's see.
of the.
Let's see.
Okay. So, what stage of your life has been the highlight? This, like going back in time, present, anyone. What stage of your life has been your highlight, and why is that?
Hmm. Which stage of my life has been the highlights?
Mm, a deep question.
Highlights. For me right now, there are really lots of things happening. Like really lots of things. So I'm like, okay, which one is really, 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 really the highlights? Sorry, I'm taking so much time. Yeah, but
It's completely allowed.
yeah.
Since you didn't have a sport to even
Yes, so like I
concentrate.
just have to like think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for the past years, so many things have really happened. Like, number one, okay, I can say more than because I
Yeah, it's
have,
fine. It's fine.
yeah,
There's more than one highlight.
yeah, because okay, like for me, there's one thing since I've been in this country, like
Mm-hmm.
s- for me, learning, I would say learning is, don't let me use the word difficult. For me, like whenever it comes to let's go and learn something, like or let's go and
Mm-hmm.
read, or let's go to school. Oh my god, I can literally start crying. Like I can start crying. Like, oh my god,
Oh
you
my.
want me to go to school? Like I'm going to go to class. I'm going to, like I have, let's say I have fear for school. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's like me, but when it comes to let's go to class. Oh my god, like count me out. But I challenge
Mark
myself.
me out.
Like yes, please. But I guess the process of trying to like teach the kids, I like started getting interested. I'm like, okay, yeah. actually do anything if I put my mind to it, you know? So I'm like, okay, so I'm just taking new things, like, so I started
Yeah.
learning Dutch. Like I am really proud of myself. Like
Yeah.
I am really proud of myself that
Should
like I
be.
can take up a new language, and like to an extent I can speak like
Yeah.
men. I am like if nobody's proud of me, I would clap for myself. Like yeah, even though
You deserve it.
even
You
though like
deserve it. You
yeah,
deserve it.
and I
Because Dutch is not straightforward, so
what
yes.
level the second level even though I didn't pass all, but to the level I got to, I could say yes. You know, it was a bit challenging for me because if they would say somebody doesn't have ears for language, I would call myself out. Like, no, I don't think I can do it. Yeah. So for me to be able to speak another language and also interact with children that because I play with kids a lot and I can easily speak to them and they can hear me because not all of them understand English so well. And we can
Yeah.
interact in a new language. Wow,
Yeah.
that is a success for me for this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's a big win.
That is a big win for me. Yes, that I'm able to
True,
pick up
actually.
another language
Yeah.
is a really big win for
Mm-hmm.
me. Then in my
So big one coming.
hopefully, I really don't mind. Yeah.
You can do all
Yeah, true
things.
person strengthens me. I know I can. Yeah, I'm really not
That's
scared to go
nice.
to class anymore. I'm really not scared to go to class anymore. Yeah, that's
Yay.
fast. Yeah. So yeah, so highlights. Personally, I've done a lot of things like I've improved myself in so many ways. Like even some that I cannot share, but I've seen a lot of progress,
Yeah.
and I am like
Yes.
like I really don't know how to put it.
You're proud of
I'm proud
yourself.
of myself. I am really proud of myself. Yeah. Yeah. What else?
Yeah.
What else? What else? What else? What else?
Was there any time in the past years, aside from now,
Yeah.
was there any time if you had like a throwback to your past, was there any highlight for you in that time? Maybe, yeah, whatever that meant for you.
If I had a throwback to my past.
Yeah, it could be something for you. It doesn't have to be something really big. It could mean something. So, for example,
Okay,
I
give
don't
an
want to share
example.
this
There may be
because I'm going to share
so
someone
many
else's
things will come
example.
out. Yeah, probably when
It
you
could
give
be
an
like
example,
maybe
maybe things will come out for me. Yeah.
it could be like maybe you weren't expecting your mom to visit you for something, and she came to surprise you, or
Okay,
maybe
yeah, another
you got a gift that you didn't expect. It could just
yeah,
be
okay.
something, but
This
it could be
year,
highlight for you.
so many things. Highlight for me was I was able to be under one roof with all my family again. Like, yeah, it's been the last time I saw my
Oh,
siblings was probably during my wedding. That was almost 8 years ago,
oh
and we were
wow,
able to like
wow,
I was able to visit them and we're all under the same roof with my parents, like in so many years. So it was really a good one.
wow,
Like we had to like
yeah,
do some family pictures and really have nice times together as family. That's for my own, we like call it extended
yeah,
family now because yeah,
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 it's a good.
even with including my children and my husband. Yeah, we were all together with them. So that was another highlight for me this year because I was able to be with my family under one roof. It's been a very long time
Wow,
we've all been together. So we saw that everybody has changed. Like last time I saw my brother was when he was still little and I still used to tap his head. But now he's married
boy
with
can't have
kids and I tried it. But the side eye he gave me was like,
ah,
man, it's so embarrassing me now. You can see my wife is here and I'm like, oh, okay. I forgot that part that you're married and not even with kids. So yeah, so we saw that everybody has grown. Now big
yeah,
men and big women and the
have
parents were actually
you,
so happy to have us all together under a roof. It was a
yeah,
blessing for them. Yeah. So
yeah,
then
that's so sweet.
what else? Another highlight this year is okay, maybe for my kids, like I've been able to like
Yeah.
imbibe that reading culture in them. Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
I was really it's not like they don't read before, but it's been like, to some people, like to me, I would not say reading is interesting, but you have to like learn and get the habits
Mm-hmm.
to do it. Yeah, so I was able to do that with them and now, yeah. it's easier for us to all grab a book, read. They have their Bible story at night. Yeah, so that was another one for me. Like, yeah, my son could easily go by himself to read a book without saying, oh, you know, having to supervise him. So that was another one. Yeah, yes, so many things.
Which in a way, I think that you might also be able to. That's the thing, like you might also be the motivation to him, saying that okay, maybe I can also sit on my own to
To
read.
read.
Because this year you said you did more of also
I did
developing
a lot of
yourself,
stuff
also the
this year.
Dutch plan,
A lot of stuff.
you know, yeah, which is modeling what you want to see in your child, right? And then you see them, it comes to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did. It
yeah,
does. It
yeah.
does. It does.
So a lot of good things, and I'm grateful to God. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I want to put this out there to any parents that watching, maybe a father or a mom. If you desire to see something in your child, it's important that it starts from you. It's important that you model what you want to see. If you, I think it was yesterday as well, just want to put this there to be more practical, that I saw, yesterday I was in Jason's room and he kicked his pillow by mistake. I think he jumped up and then by the time he landed, the pillow bounced off. And the way the pillow, because the pillow is small and it's in a kind of a bit bigger pillowcase, even though they say it's for children. But anyway, the pillowcase, I still have to wrap it a bit on to make it fit for that small pillow. And because that was the first time I saw him do that. Maybe that was the first time I took note of it. He actually picked the pillow, did it exactly how I do the pillow, folded it like, and then straightened it out. And I was like, okay. And I think that just kind of made me remember some other things that I've seen him do that he saw me or he saw his dad do. So you're like, okay. And that's the thing. Children model what you, not necessarily what you say. It becomes a lot more
I
to
to
live
tell
with.
children a lot of things. Like I have a lot of advice for my kids, like a lot. But the thing is, out of everything you are saying, are you actually doing? There are some that they even hear you say, and they are like, "Mommy," and you're like, "What?" you know. So they are really watching
They're
you.
saying, take off that log from your eyes,
Yeah.
ma.
They are really watching, and they are getting to do a lot from what they see we parents do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
So, what other question will you go for as we wrap up?
Mm, seven. Seven.
Okay, you're back to the first cue or the first,
Yeah.
the first set.
Let's see.
I actually want to pick this one for you because the question in number seven, I think you've answered it in our conversation. So let's
Okay,
see.
so should I pick another
Can I
one?
do you the honor of picking of
Ah,
picking
let's see. Pick. Let's see now. Pick.
one for you?
Okay, pick.
I was postpartum life for you. Me, I've already gone ahead. I was postpartum life for
Hey,
you.
postpartum.
What was the most challenging and how did you navigate it?
Hmm. That one, yeah, I usually don't like to remember that time because okay, yeah, because for my first child, I had my first child in Nigeria. So when you talk about help, I had every help I needed. Like so I did not, like there was help everywhere, left, right. So it was good. It was really good. I didn't feel like I had a baby because everything was smooth. I
Mm,
had someone taking care of him. Mine was just to wake up. Probably when I had to breastfeed, I breastfeed. I go back to bed.
mm-hmm,
I had my food ready whenever I'm hungry. So like it
mm,
was really a smooth one with my first child. It was really smooth. And when I had to resume back to work, I had a
mm.
daycare that I just drop him in the morning when I'm going. I go to work, then when I
Okay.
come back, I pick up and he officially had his bath and is ready just to go to bed. So it was really
Oh
a
wow.
smooth one for my first child. Like it was, like I'm a mom, but at the same time, I'm balling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
Then I left Nigeria. Then I got pregnant with my second child. Holy God. Mm. It started from the
Mm.
pregnancy, where you're somewhere like everything was new, the food was new. You didn't know, like, I knew, like, let's say, aside my husband, I knew two of his other friends. So let's say in our community, we are just four. I, my husband, and two of his friends, right? Yeah. And I was
Mm-hmm.
pregnant. Okay. So I came in pregnant.
And they're all men.
No, not
Are they
ladies,
all men?
ladies. Two ladies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Two that he knew from Nigeria. Then he had one other,
That's good then.
like a family from his colleague.
Okay.
So yeah, I came in pregnant. Then we had to survive with the food. I was sick. To cut the long story short, I had my baby, right? So after I had my baby, for the first 1 week, there was help was sent to us in the house, right? So I had help for the
Yeah.
first 1 week. To say it, I had the first child, but I didn't know how to bathe the baby. Like I cannot bath the baby
Mm.
because I did not
Oh,
do
wow.
the first one myself. So now I have a newborn that I am supposed to care for,
Mm.
right? And I don't know how to do anything. So they sent help for
Wow.
the first 1 week. So the lady had to show me, oh, this is how with the normal
Okay.
towel and just clean the baby's body. The normal way they,
Mm.
they bathe their baby. So for the first 1 week, he was still good because I had someone to help me. But after the 1 week, then I was all by myself with my husband. So I don't know how to do anything. My husband also doesn't know how to, like take care of a newborn. That's what I mean. Then he was left,
Yeah.
like we're alone. Then we had to take care of the house. We had to fend for the toddler, cook, clean the
Mm-hmm.
house, take care of the baby. Like it wasn't an easy one. Like it wasn't easy. At the point, like for my first child, I used to I did exclusive for 6 months, even though I was working. With this one, I wasn't working and I wasn't able to do exclusive for 1 month
Oh, wow.
because probably because of stress. Then I stopped.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
The production.
Production. Yeah.
The milk
In
production,
one
yeah.
month, I saw that my milk cards, there was no milk. So the baby was just always crying, crying, crying. I didn't figure out on time because I felt, yeah, I was producing enough milk for the baby, right?
Mm.
Not knowing the
Yeah.
baby wasn't having enough. So it was always crying. So for 1 month, I had the crying baby without help,
Wow.
just myself and my husband. Yeah, but thankfully, I
Wow.
was grateful that at least I didn't have a lot of community at that time, but I had three people that, they were there for me. Like they come to the house sometimes to
Yeah.
help me. Like I could remember, in fact, three of them, there was a point they came at different times, they came to cook for me, and I was really
Wow.
grateful for
That's
that.
good.
Like they came to me, they asked,
Thank
you know,
you for watching this.
they cooked for me, they asked what I needed. At a point, okay, they even one of them came at the point and saw that my kettle was, I don't know what happened at that, it packed up. They went,
Oh,
came back with a new kettle. Like
that's
I
good.
was just blessed with, those people at my life at that point because it wasn't easy for
Mm.
me at all. Like,
Mm.
even though I gave birth, it was natural, but at the same time, it was a bit strange because it was not my first child, but it was like a first time taking care of a newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
was it was not easy. It was not easy. So I had to deal with myself. I had to deal with my baby. I had to deal with the toddler, and my husband is there.
Yeah.
It was really helpful because man, he did a lot of school runs, cooking, cleaning, talking, and a lot of night shifts because the
Yeah. The baby
highlights
crying.
for the postpartum for me, the highlights was for the postpartum was after 1 month, I got so tired. Like I felt sick. I
Oh,
felt
wow.
sick. I guess probably I was too stressed. I don't know. I felt sick. I was
Yeah. Were you eating
shivering.
well?
I was eating because they were, I had people like I was eating, but at the same time, probably I was just stressed or I don't know what happened at that period.
Yeah.
I thought I was cold, shivering. I was
Wow.
having temperature. Then I would just start crying because I was
Yeah.
fed up. Let me use that word. I was just tired. Like, I was
Yeah.
really tired. But thankfully, so my mom wasn't. My mom came before I gave birth, thinking because I gave birth to my first child at 37 months. So we thought
Yeah.
yeah, 37 weeks.
Weeks.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
thought the second one was also going to come early. So she came
Oh.
earlier, thinking she would be there to, accept the baby and care because she had just 1 month. But the day she was leaving was the day I was going to deliver the baby, and there was nothing
Oh
she could
wow.
do. Yeah, so I gave birth to the baby all by myself. So after 1 month, with crying and getting tired, and it wasn't easy for me. I don't know for other people if it was.
Mm.
I really can't tell. I can only tell for myself, but it wasn't easy
Yeah.
for me at all. Like it wasn't easy. So, but thankfully, the second month my mom came, and when she came, what I just did was handed over the baby to her. When you went to sleep, I handed over the baby to her. We went to buy formula for the baby, and I got another room. So for the 1 month she was with me, she literally was the mom for that child, for my second child, because I just left everything. Like, I got another room, and I just like, if she says she needs anything for the child, I'm like, mommy, now, mommy, just do it. Like, I wasn't interested. I mean, just do it. Like, she needs to eat. I'm not producing milk anymore. Give her formula. Like, so my second born started taking formula beginning of 2 months. Yeah, and I just forgot
Wow.
about the breastfeeding because it wasn't flowing
And
anything.
you could sleep properly.
Yeah, so I was able to now care for myself, eat well, take care of myself, and things
Better.
started getting better. So for the 1 month she used, I just studied the formula she was using for the baby because I guess these mommies they have
Mm.
patterns like. Until the baby stops crying, she eats well, sleeps well. So I just go to check, okay, what are you doing different? What are you doing different? Yeah, so after that 1 month, I was able to like, okay, study her, like, okay, this was the pattern for the child. So after she left after the 1 month, that was she was when the baby was 2 months, then I took over, and I would say life became easy for me. Yeah, because I was fine. I got a month's rest, and the baby also
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
a month of grandma's feeding and everything, which made her
Touch and
very
affection.
now I guess they have the codes. So she was really very good. In fact, she was weighing far
Mm-hmm.
more than you know that no, this is an healthy child. So like probably there was something I was not doing good. I really don't know. Yeah. But so she got the touch, and I was able to like take after she left, and everything
Mm-hmm.
became good. Like I was fine again. Probably that 1 month rest was it for me. Like yeah, it really helped me recover, and that was it. And since then, it's been good. Like yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can. We
yeah.
can.
That was
I'm
it.
curious though.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm curious
Yeah.
though. Did you at any point feel like you were having postpartum depression when you felt like, wait, yeah. Did
Uh,
it ever cross your mind?
yeah,
I'm
for me,
curious.
I wouldn't use the word depression. Although I was tired. I was
Mm,
tired. I was actually tired. I was just tired because everything was strange. Probably having to care for the child myself, just with my husband, we didn't
mm,
really know much. And we had
mm,
another child. So the shift, we like all that depression. I would not say I was depressed because my husband was always there. Yeah, just that I was
yeah.
just too tired. Like having to do those
Okay.
things myself when I had lived a
Yeah.
life of luxury with the first child. Then the second one, I'm not like, okay, so I'll be able to carry this child from morning to night, and so I was really tired from that. So for me, I would say
Yeah.
it was depression. I wasn't depressed,
Okay.
but I had a lot of, I still had, even though not a lot of help, but I had help. Yeah,
Mm,
one way or the other.
okay.
Yeah, but I would not say that was,
Okay.
no, it wasn't depression. Yeah, but it
Okay.
was tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I actually asked is it crossed my mind that because now we are in a age where there's a lot of postpartum depression. Like there's a lot there's a lot of people that come out to say I have postpartum depression,
Mhm.
and in I think I was thinking about it, or maybe it was a conversation, but it just crossed my mind also a while ago that actually that's we didn't really have a lot of people come out to say they had postpartum depression like a while ago, but now it's happening a whole lot.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a thin line between postpartum depression and actually just experiencing that fatigue where you're tired from everything and you're not necessarily depressed.
Depressed.
And so I think I just wanted to put that out there that maybe what some of us as moms, especially for postpartum, really need is having someone come into the picture
Yeah.
where you're able to relax a bit more, spend some time for yourself, and you realize that you feel a lot better. And you're not necessarily depressed, like it's a medical condition, and they start prescribing drugs and all of that. Maybe you actually just need some time for yourself, where you just need to recover for
From all
yourself.
the yes, yes.
Yeah, from all the pregnancy, some of for me example, I there was a time that I was going through back to back fatigue during pregnancy, and then maybe now had that fatigue again afterwards. I feel like what's happening with my life here, and you just really need rest.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's just that thing. I just want to put that because it crossed my mind that
I
possibly
think
not everybody actually need to be labeled as
yeah,
postpartum
depressed.
depressed person,
Yeah. I guess for
and you just really need that
I
rest.
guess for new moms, it's just
Yeah,
rest. Where you have to have like when they say community, like that
yeah,
community is
true,
really a blessing because like
yeah,
when you have when you have a lot of people around you, like you have help from different. Some will bring you
mm-hmm.
breakfast, some dinner, some lunch, some will just come to your house. So what do you need to eat? Some
Yeah,
what do you need to get from here? So when you have people around you, you have people you can communicate with, you have people you can ask
yeah,
questions. But sometimes you can't even figure
mm-hmm.
it. Like you have a child and they're just looking at the child like this, like, okay, so what do I do with you?
Yeah,
But when you have somebody else that has gone through it, they can always tell you that probably I had something similar. Can we try this? As
yeah,
if it's not
yeah,
a medical, like condition you get. Yeah, advice and when you just surround yourself with a lot of people, good people,
yeah.
I feel it's going to
Don't seclude yourself.
it's going to be better, it's going to
Yeah,
have time to rest. Some people can just come in like, oh, okay, can I help with the baby for 1 hour, 2 hours, and they are with the baby, you are just taking a nap. By the time they
yeah,
go, you are fine, So I feel it's
mm-hmm.
important to have people around us, new moms, to
Yeah,
help to
yeah,
do one
yeah.
thing or the other. Don't just be by yourself. And trust me, it's not going to
Mm-hmm.
help. It's not going to help. Yeah, yeah. You can't do it alone.
It's not though. There's no superwoman award.
Superwoman care. If I have someone I can give, literally, please just help me. Like for
Take
for
all
some
the help,
people,
or
it's
take all the
actually
help.
difficult to. For some people, it's difficult to ask for help. But there will be
Mm.
a stage you get to. It is really needed. It is necessary. You need to ask for help. You cannot do it alone.
True,
Yeah. So
true.
like for me too, I used to feel like this superwoman, like I can do everything. I can, but as you
Yeah,
grow,
yeah, I know how that.
that you really need help. Like you really need help. There was a time with my
True.
house, like yeah, just four of us, I, my husband, and my two kids, and I just felt I
Mm-hmm.
was just sometimes you just feel oh I'm just tired. Like okay, can we figure it out?
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong? And I'm like okay with the kids, okay, is everything fine? When you can assess that, okay, everything is fine. Okay, with me and my husband, is everything okay? I was able to assess, oh, okay, I guess everything is fine. Okay, we the house. I'm like, okay, I need to clean. I'm like, okay, but I'm not even in the right sense to clean anything. I'm like, okay, I have a
Mm-hmm.
friend. Let me call her if she's available. And I reached out to my friend. I'm like, please, I really need help. I need to clean my house. And she was like, I'm free
Mm-hmm.
today. I'm not going to work. Can I come? I said, please come. And she came and like she gave my house if you see the touch, like it was sparkling. And I'm like, imagine I didn't
Oh
call,
wow.
imagine I didn't reach out to her. I'll just be there like, oh, I can do it myself. I'm cleaning, I'm
Mm-hmm.
struggling with it, I'm doing this. So like the
Mm-hmm.
smallest thing when you have people around you, just try to I know for most of us we used to think we don't want to inconvenience people is our, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bother this person, I don't but sometimes just open your mouth, ask the person can
Mm-hmm.
even be very willing to do. You are the one that is overthinking for the person. So just ask for help.
True.
Ask for help, and you see that there are a lot of amazing people that are willing to help you. So for new moms, please ask
Yeah.
for help. People are ready to help.
Yeah.
Please don't think too much for them.
True.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Take all the advice.
yeah. So
It's in line though. Know where to which one to filter out by the help of the Holy Spirit.
yeah.
But one of the things that I'm still grateful for is the older moms in my life, then and now. Like even like I can just call to say, oh, like this is what is happening. Can you pray with me? Or this is what is currently the challenge or something. And also the community share. And you just realize that in the place of community, you realize you're not the only one that is going through. There's this mantra that I have for a mom's group that I have for new moms. You are not alone. Sometimes it's the enemy might want to make us feel, or sometimes we in our head, it's not in our head. Oh, it's just only me. Maybe look at that person, she's looking out prim and proper. It's just me that's struggling. But you're not the only one. If everybody come out and start talking,
Telling their
and I think I'm grateful for the age and time I came in, yeah, where we are more outspoken about things like this. Because I think it was when I was pregnant and the Lord was nudging me that direction to start that group. So I started it shortly after I gave birth, and I had to be in the same category, new month, and at that time it felt like during my pregnancy, even when I check online, people are only coming on to say, oh, it was such a beautiful pregnancy, and it's not like it's not beautiful, but people don't often come to tell you, oh, there was fatigue, there were times I couldn't do anything, and I just felt like all I was doing and I was here for it just to
people just bring out the
carry
best
somebody.
part of the whole pregnancy. Like, yeah, this is the best part.
Yeah, people don't talk, and that's why people now start feeling like, oh, maybe I'm just the only one. The Lord hates me so much. I'm the one kind, and that is not
Trust
true.
me.
The person that's coming out to be all prophetically, let me use that word, or let me use this
What
to
I'm
say that it's just beautiful.
what I'm saying is,
They also have
anything you
their
are
own.
going through, just know that there will be one or two persons that have actually gone through,
Mhm.
even if not that same thing, probably similar.
Similar.
But
Mm-hmm.
while you are trying to ask, but at the same time, you are careful of
Mm-hmm.
who you are going to, ask
Yeah.
different people with different opinions, but at least you know who you can,
Mm-hmm.
at least trust with some
Yeah.
things, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
when you go to ask people, you see that some people actually have similar things going on in your life, you know,
Mm-hmm.
happening to them. So you can also share, like, okay, how have you been able
Yeah.
from over yours? Just take,
Mm.
take the good ones that you feel, oh, it's going to work for me.
Sure.
Yes,
Sure.
seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, no one person has, everybody has different, different,
Yeah.
we like call it situations. Yeah, but sometimes you
Yeah.
can find someone with
Experiences.
similar situation as you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing and for also letting us know that, because that's the thing, God doesn't love us any less when we have challenging like situations, especially in this stage of our life. Someone else might not have that challenge, because I think I also fell a bit into that comparison. Thank God I came out. I think one of the things that being married to my husband or cutting him and being married is being more vocal. I struggled a lot with expressing what was going on in my head, and that was a part of it, was how I grew up, because I felt like I wasn't properly heard. Like, I feel like I'm saying what's in my mind, but it's not like in my head. I just thought that, like, you will not
you
understand
won't
me. Let me
really,
just put it out
okay.
there. Let me just put it off. And so learning to be more vocal about it. So there are many times I would just say that, see, I feel like this person told me that, oh, our pregnancy is this way. I mean, I'm struggling here. you know,
Pregnancy,
and then it was the case of
pregnancy
talking
can
about it,
never be
realized
one way. Everybody has
there's
their own,
no
like,
everybody has
it's
their
just like raising of kids. There's no child that is the same way. You can have 10 children and every
mm-hmm.
of them have their different personalities. So you have to just study each
Mm-hmm.
and know how to deal with each. So there's
Mm-hmm.
no one way to anything. There's no one way to anything.
The interesting part of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one part you shared, and the part where your child, your daughter, for example, she didn't you because you weren't producing much again at
Yeah.
the second month, and you had to give her formula. I know there are still people that watch this video, and I want to put it out there. If you're watching this video, don't be pressured into that exclusive breastfeeding
Ah.
breastfeeding and you now feel like, oh, I'm such a terrible
You
mom.
know,
I'm not producing so much. What will happen to the brain and development of my child?
trust
Your child, I
me,
admit
that
her.
child is going
She's
to
good.
develop good, like good. I did the
Yeah.
6 months for my first child because my milk was flowing good. But the second
Mm-hmm.
one, as the milk decided to stop flowing, take the other like formula breast milk,
Yeah.
whichever the child is going to grow well. Like
True.
it just depends on your own your flow. If you are flowing good, fine. If you are flowing good and you even still want to alternate, fine. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
like whatever works for you. For some people, it might be very easy for them to just, breastfeed. Good. For some people, they don't
Because they are there in the house
yeah,
with the
some people don't
child,
like
right?
it.
Yeah.
They will tell you they cannot breastfeed. Good. If it's popular, fine. Like for me, I really don't judge whatever means you decide to feed a child on.
Yeah.
Mine
No
is
face off.
just
Yeah.
make sure the child is feeding well. And suppose they're coming to do the check
Yeah.
and they are telling you that the baby is growing, the growth chart is going up.
Mm-hmm.
Please
Yeah.
continue whatever you
That's what matters. That your child is good.
yes, the child is growing fine. Whatever you are giving that baby, please continue. Yes, like
And don't feel pressured, please.
yeah,
Don't,
yeah,
don't. Because a lot
definitely.
of times you hear people say, oh, I'm not producing. And then for maybe, yeah, against society, we are watching this and you see a mom that maybe their child is still young and they're not breastfeeding for what you don't know their reason. Don't be quick to judge that, oh, she's a bad mother. She just wants to be looking prim and proper with that because and she doesn't want to breastfeed the child. Don't be on that list of judging, please. And for moms, don't feel pressured. Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you so much for being on this
Yeah,
place. No, no, this place.
thank you for having me.
In. Let me say it again. Thank you so much for being in this place and for joining once again. So, any last remarks shortly as we finally close?
um, Nothing serious. What I would just like to say is, for we moms, I would just like to say that no matter what stage we are, either we are still in the toddler stage with our kids, or our kids are grown, or whatever stage we are, as we are trying to nurture the kids, we should always try to also improve on ourselves too. Let's not
Yeah.
just like, fine, we are taking good care of the kids, but at the same time, we always find time because it's very easy for we moms to forget ourselves. Like, yeah,
Mm,
but
yeah.
it has really happened to me too. Like I would not say like there was a time like focus was more on oh my kids they have to like if you see my kids are like I like everything pre proper everything then myself I might just come out like okay probably I had less time for myself like but now it's like I'm very intentional. Once I'm
Yeah.
done with the kids I move to myself so we are all of us
Mm-hmm.
like please we're
Very
taking
man
care of
proper.
the kids. No, not true. As we're taking care of the kids, we should also take care of ourselves and not just throw away ourselves. Like, find
Yeah.
what we love
You
to
also matter.
do, have fun,
Yeah.
have fun. Like that's really
Mm-hmm.
for this year. I've just been trying. I'm like, even though I've not gotten there, but like I'm going to have fun, enjoy myself too. As much as the kids are
Mm-hmm.
having so much fun, I'm also going to
Mm-hmm.
do things that would, be fun for me and I'm having much fun and enjoying myself. So, and I'll be
Yeah.
happy at the end of the
True.
day.
And whatever that fun means to you, please explore it.
Yeah.
Not ungodly fun, not like drinking and partying all night fun.
Uh,
I mean, like whatever that the part where you said the kids are having fun and you're also having fun. It could be that you're in the park with them and you are building a sand castle or something, or
fun
you're swinging
different
together.
ways.
That's still
It's
fun.
fun.
It's fun. Yeah, just look for tiny bit of. Just make sure that you do things that takes away that burden of, oh, I'm an adult. This worry there, this worry that. Just be like
Remember
a
that we are
child and
still
enjoy.
also somebody's child. Yeah. So
Yes, please.
yeah, that's it.
The other day, this is just a joke, like we wrap
Okay.
up. The other day, somebody came to ring the bell to do something in the house. And I appeared at the door, and the person, because of the way I look kinkily, I don't know, whatever. The person said, oh, I have an appointment with Felix, your dad. I said, okay. I didn't even bother. just said, okay, I'll get it for him, and I close the door.
Yeah, so
Oh gosh, interesting thing. All
yeah.
right, all right. Let's say bye, bye everyone.
Bye.
You can leave your comment for them if you have any questions or anything you want to say to her or ask her, and she would get to reply when the video is up on the channel. All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye.